Hey guys, Luke here and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 11 of my James Hart Bulldogs Be a Pro career mode that we're doing. And in this episode, we're going to be taking on the Eels and the Penrith Panthers, and we're going to start off by taking on the Eels. And this first game here, you can see we're just going through and buying a few of these, little boostings at the start. And that's basically just because we're in the 70s, the 70 rating mark, and we're coming up against people who are in like the mid 80s, high 80s, that sort of stuff. So to compete with these sort of sides, we've got to be doing that. So moving on to like the actual game, you can see the lineups all pretty standard. Chris Sandow still at the Eels. Roa, an absolute animal on this game for the Eels. He's so good. But for us though, it's quite strange. Like Mbai's still on the side, that's fine. Reynolds on the bench. But then we got people like Tim Brown starting. There's either Graham or like one of them, didn't end up starting. Now right here, I don't know if you just saw that, but the ball ended up hitting the ground somehow, and there was no knock-on called, no nothing. So I thought that was a bit strange, but whatever. Now our first involvement is calling the ball off Brett Morris here, throw a dummy, and then we end up passing the ball eventually. But I thought that was a nice little play from us. Not the best pass, but overall I thought it was pretty good. And I actually got to say, the dummy I think is quite, like the passing is quite annoying on this Be a Pro camera. But anyways, that's a whole different issue we're not going to get into. Now right here, there was an offload, which we were right near it, but we couldn't quite get to it. And Sando picked up the ball. Thankfully, we had enough pace to sort of, get him. And then right here, I'm not sure if it's Paulie or I don't know who it was, but another tackle we had to make. And Eastwood's there right with us, I think. And he makes the tackle on them, but follow up on Nathan Peets, I believe, or Corey Norman, someone. Probably Norman, actually. So we were involved in 3 tackles in a row. Some not, but as effective. Some were more effective than others. Now right here, going to come across. I think it's not even sure who it is. Robinson or someone came across there, and it was a bit annoying. I thought for sure. I was like, gap. We're going to go through and score for sure, but it didn't work out that way. So I got to say, like Eels in under 22 hour, they were our side that we destroyed. Not so much first grade, well, in the games that we've played so far. This is the second one. Now right here, this was some brilliant play for us just before half time, and I thought for sure that James Hart was going to get a try assist or something there, but they ended up just taking the tackle, which is quite strange considering, the game with all the hot potato and all that sort of stuff. When it comes down to it, they decide to just hold the ball. I thought that was weird, but right from the kickoff here, absolutely brilliant there. Take on a few players. They end up palming off another one, and that was just good stuff from us there. And right here, I think it's Tolman on the ball, and that's a shitty offload to Robinson or whoever it is, and we come up with a legs tackle, diving tackle. That was the double triangle tackle. And right here, we go for another double triangle. This time, they get a little offload to Darcy Lussick, who goes over and scores untouched there. So that was a little bit annoying, but at the same time, there's nothing we could have done about it. Maybe we could have went for the arm pin tackle, whatever it's called. But at the same time, they usually just do those sort of little offloads you're seeing right here now. Pete's, I think, on the ball, palms off one, but we come up with the tackle around the legs there. Now, there's a lot of space just through the middle here, but Roa ends up shutting it down there, and I showed that because I thought there was a chance we're going to go through there, but obviously not, and, still conceding, still down by the 6 points, so we're going to score pretty soon, and we did a nice little kick chase on Radradra. Now right here, we take the ball, and I thought for a second there was another chance. There was a bit of space there, but we just couldn't get started. Just couldn't get going quick enough. Now right here, this was like what I thought was going to be, the nail in the coffin. We end up losing the ball, trying to take it out from our own end. It was stripped from us, but we come up with a nice little tackle there. I'm going to follow it up with Faremo, a nice little tackle on him as well, so actual defense has actually been pretty good. They're going to go the short side here, and Brett Morris and James Hart end up coming up with the tackle, and we ended up holding on there. Now right here, you can see just all the space there in the world, but Roa again, just keeping up with us. It's so annoying. We just don't have that blistering pace. So right here, just before full time, we got passed off. Then there's an offload to Chase Stanley. Chase Stanley has Faremo right on him, but Faremo is not going to make the tackle, and Chase Stanley will go off, and he will score, and Trent Hogginson will have a chance, a goal from the sideline to even it up and force it into golden point, which he does. One from run, Trent Hawkinson, too good, and we're right back in this thing, and it's going to go to extra time, golden point, and so far in golden point, I think we might have won one, lost one, maybe. I think we've lost one actually. I think it was against the Rabbitohs, and yeah, I remember it didn't fare too well. The team went all stupid, but so far so good. You see here, we had a kick return, well actually we called for it, but it was the right thing to do in my opinion. Now right here, I'm not sure who did the kick. I think it was Hogkinson, but our kick chase is absolutely brilliant. That's a match winning play right there. That is the stuff that wins games. Defense wins games, and that was absolutely brilliant from us. Right here, it's a second tackle. We've only got a few minutes to go, and we end up getting a penalty, and you think they take a shot at goal, but no, they went for touch, and then Moses Mbai, just simple as, just a cut-out pass, and Mbai just grabbed the ball, went straight in next to the post, and I suppose positioning doesn't matter in Golden Point, but try to win the match. That's a little bit funny, because like never really happens in real life, but yeah, I couldn't understand why they didn't take the shot at goal, considering, you know, timing of it, and you know, the placement, it was in a pretty good place to kick it from, so thought that was a little bit strange, but can't change it now. We ended up winning anyway, so not a huge problem, but we did get away with that one with a, you know, last minute try. Now, moving on to the game against the Panthers, who absolutely destroyed us last game. I mean, it's hard, when you say destroy, I mean, it's hard to get destroyed in this game in the 5-minute halves that we're playing here, but you know, it was as good as destroying as we've had this season, and you know, 12-0, we were never really in it. Well, actually, we were in it for a little bit, but then it sort of just, you know, we lost it really, really quickly. Now, the Panthers side, I didn't catch who like some of those players were. Like, I didn't really know who they actually were. I think one was like Rodney Coates or something. I don't know if they're under 20s players who moved into first grade, or if they're just generator players. But you know, they got a few young players in there. But Panthers, really, really good side in the game, and Moylan, one of the better fullbacks in the game too. So good challenge. And right here, we split the defense there. I think it's Lewis Brown or someone, with Bryce Cartwright. We went straight around him. We ended up forcing a really bad pass, and you know, hopefully we don't get made to pay, but they launched up a bomb. Peter Wallace is who launched it up, and then I think it's Tolman comes down with the ball, and right here, we're away. We are away. We got number 11 chasing. We also got number 13 chasing. I think it might be Tyron Peachy. Oh, sorry, it's number 8, not 11. But I think it's Tyron Peachy, number 13, or someone who was chasing there, but they were never going to catch us once we were in space, and we might not be the fastest player in the league, but if we got a start on someone, I doubt we're going to be getting caught. So 6-0 very, very early on, and you know, it's kind of interesting that we had like a pretty shitty start, yet we're gonna, you know, we find ourselves in front. Now Moylan, he absolutely crushes us, just grabs us. I thought we had a chance of scoring just there, swerving in and out and that sort of stuff, and I thought, wow, we might be going to be scoring a brilliant try here, just backing up. But no, Moylan decided to just destroy us and throw us back like 5 meters. Now right here, we actually throw another shitty pass to Moylan. Thankfully, they wrap him up very, very quickly, and you know, it was all avoided. You know, a disaster was avoided, I should say. Now, just a little bit of ball playing from us, followed up by a kick chase from us here. Moylan will grab it. Can we make the tackle? Yes, we can. Around the legs, where you want it. That's what you got to be doing here. Now, they've launched a bomb. Less than 20 minutes to go, and it's knocked down straight to Josh Morris, I think it was. And we should have just left it for him, but we didn't. And then we actually win a penalty. So I thought this was interesting in terms of, you know, you don't usually have penalties. You know, I don't win too many penalties, but right here, absolutely abysmal defense from myself, well, from James Hart, I should say, as well as a shitty offload from the teammate. But yeah, James Hart couldn't end up grabbing him around the legs. Sauer just swerved at last second. And then right here, big Jamal going through and going for the legs, as he's been doing all game, is James Hart. And right here, less than 10 minutes to go, 72nd minute. They've launched up a bomb here. Peter Wallace will get under it, but they'll grab him. I think it's Mbai, or I'm not sure who it was, to be honest. But whoever did, they just grabbed him, wrapped him up pretty quickly. So got away with that one. Now Sauer on the ball. We force an error. You can see the timing of it. They would have just slotted a field goal, but James Hart comes up with a big play just there and ends up saving the game, you know, pretty much. And this is the second game in a row going to Golden Point. So 2 games for this episode, 2 Golden Points. So bit of a lengthy episode, I'll have to say. Now, our first play of, you know, this first half in Golden Point was to go and just run it straight back from the kickoff. Second touch was to put Brett Morris down, him away on the wings there. Right, I think it's Mansell. He had a chance when we make a nice little tackle there. Seguiaro dumping half, gets on to, you know, Cartwright, whoever it was, and we make another tackle here. And we're effectively just, you know, sort of just defending in the line. Now right here, just offload after offload, and they're going to find a little bit of space here. Another tackle from us. That's 3 in a row there. So good stuff from us. I think it's 3 in a row, maybe 2 in a row, I can't remember. But Sika Manu, I think it is on the ball to see, or Sam Thaiday actually, I think it was. We make that tackle, and we actually survive that set. Now right here, we are going to have an absolute disaster thing just here. Could that lose us the game? I think it might do. That's the second time we've had the ball stripped from us in, you know, a key area. Now we're going to do all we can. You see us chasing up. Moylan had no chance of getting through there. Now Thaiday gets an offload away, and then Brett Morris come up with a try saver just here. And we're going to continue on the play. Seguiaro gets it off to Peter Wallace, gets it off to whoever that player is. He gets tackled by Leacher and a few others. Now we're standing right next to the play here. We're going to rush out because I'm thinking 4th tackle, they might take a shot at goal. Seguiaro realises that, and he goes through and scores. So it's a bit funny bit funny that in Golden Point 2 tries were the deciders, which never really happens in real life. Usually it's the field goal. So 2 tries was interesting. A 10-6 scoreline. It's a way better than the last time we played Penrith, but I mean in the end it's another loss. So very disappointing, but 1 win, 1 loss. It's not the worst. We've had a pretty poor season overall, but we're winning a lot more games now than what we were at the start of the season. So I suppose that's an improvement, I have to say. Anyways, that's where the video is going to end. You see, we just upgraded a little bit. And I'd like to say thanks for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke and YT, Facebook page in the description below, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye, guys.